What screams I'm depressed? When the best thing that might happen to you is still not worth living for. A very intensely messy / dirty living space. Bad hygiene also sometimes too. Not showing an interest in the things that once interested you. Doing nothing else except what you know you need to. For me, it was I stopped enjoying things I enjoyed. So jokes that would make me laugh barely made me smile. And I made mistakes that were just the result of carelessness. Because I literally did not care anymore. I was spiraling down and I finally got pulled out because a coworker, a manager, who knew me saw the behavior change and pulled me aside. The job was stressing me out, I was underperforming while so many others were pulling in big commissions, and one other manager in particular thought I needed to be shouted and berated for every single little thing. I'm already hard on myself for perceiving that people are disappointed in me or that I'm a failure. To have one guy who thought to toughen me up he needed to ride me on everything, deliberately find flaws, but I just needed to be confident. I had to start blocking that out and get back to things I cared about. He told me to get back to me. I went and recorded a voice demo, started doing auditions, just getting away from all the garbage at work when I wasn't there and just bringing a new work ethic in. Just doing something small every day to mix things up. Get into a new groove. It's helped a lot. Also helped that nagging, toxic manager resigned. So, I have to literally force myself out of bed, and sometimes I go a week without showering just because I simply can't bring myself to do anything but lay in bed. Also lying to everyone about I feel constantly. Not caring about what you look like before you leave the house, if you leave at all. People not understanding that you can't just get out of it because you have depression, you're not just depressed. Someone can be going through a really hard time, and it's understandable to be depressed in that situation. Chronic depression, however, isn't always caused by something, and you're not just down in the dumps. Doing only parts of chores, if you do any at all. I did one load of laundry today, out of a total of 5 I needed to do, and felt worn out. Knowing what you need to do, and what needs to get done, but waiting until the last possible minute to do it because that's the only way it will get done. Procrastinating, but because you literally cannot muster the energy to do it, not because you just don't want to. Eating or bathing, not both, because both take energy. Being on the internet all hours of the day, no matter how much you don't want to, because that's all you know to do. Staying up on the internet even though you should have been in bed hours ago. Saying I'm just tired a lot. Like, more than once a day, especially if you're getting enough sleep. Occasional moments of happiness and thinking maybe I'm getting better. And then the next day you feel like absolute garbage, no emotions, and your only response is or maybe not. When you're sad and begin to lose hope that any of your solutions are really working. Sitting in your car when you arrive home and just sitting there not leaving it but just staring at the steering wheel. Wearing pajamas to Walmart at noon. Not cleaning up after yourself so that your home becomes a complete mess. Letting every last dirty dish pile up until you force yourself to start washing them due to the stench. Sleeping a lot. Not doing things for yourself. Not caring whether or not you call your friends or if they call you. Eating junk food all the time. Getting wasted by yourself just to feel something different, then making foolish decisions like driving drunk to go get drive-through in the middle of the night. Binging on YouTube etc., or excessive gaming, whatever diverts your focus on reality really. Some people mentioned apathy. I believe indifference is the right word too. You know the saying the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. Well, when you're depressed you don't care who you hurt. It's not ill-intended or anything, it's just that you lack these emotions for the time being. You're stuck or engulfed in that hole and don't really know if you want or how to get out from it. Everything is bleak and pointless. You feel worthless and you can't seem to want anyone to care about you either, because why would they? What's the use? So you stay alone and ignore them. You stay alone even when people you like reach out to you. You have no will to deal with them. You isolate yourself. I care about someone who's depressed and there's nothing I can do about it. I can only stay on the bench until he decides to reach out again. I'm here for however long he needs it. If you think you're depressed, reach out for help. There's absolutely no shame in it. Depression is a sneaky liar and it killed way too many beautiful souls as it is. It's okay to need help. You'll get through it. When getting out of the house makes you feel panicked and anxious because you are faced with existing in reality instead of hiding under the covers in your room. My 4K hours on Dota 2. Being tired all the time, no matter how much you sleep. The absence of emotions, aside from the occasional amusement or frustration. Everything seems really hard, like you just know you don't have the energy to do it. Then you feel bad, which makes you feel more tired. I find that having a shower usually helps, though my brain will tell me it's too cold. I have long hair that takes forever to dry, or I don't want to get undressed because I'm comfortable, etc. Sometimes going for a walk helps a lot, mostly just as a change of scenery. I have some co-workers who will do walking meetings with me, and a friend who knows I need to take more walks when things at work are stressful. I also made sure to tell my friends and those close to me at work what's going on and how they can help me and check in on me. My office is incredibly understanding, and basically lets me take on as much or as little as I want. My husband is also very patient and asks questions and listens. He even got me a weighted blanket. I find this helps me. I can never feel awake anymore. I'm always tired, my body is tired, it feels like even my cells are tired. Everything always hurts and I just want to sleep. I'm confused and I can never hold a train of thought. Every action feels delayed and I can never do anything right because of it. Only making me feel more and more tired and exhausted. Desperately seeking to connect with anyone or anything yet not having the courage to be able to do so. Playing endless hours of video games. This and other forms of escapism. For me, it's a sensation of nothingness. I go through my day-to-day life pantomiming emotions. I act the clown, because if I'm not making bad jokes and being silly, I'm fairly blank. It's been so long since I was happy that I don't remember what it feels like. I'm not sure if I've ever actually been happy. I'm not happy, I'm not sad, I'm not angry, or lonely, I'm just nothing. I get up, I feel nothing. I go to work, I feel nothing. I visit my family, I feel nothing. I play video games to stave away the boredom, I feel nothing. I type this paragraph, I feel nothing. My existence is nothing, my small circle of friends is nothing, my hobbies are nothing. I am nothing. I don't see this ever changing and I have no hope for the future. I'm okay, just tired. Middle school. When someone kills a wolf in Minecraft and doesn't cry. Writing when you are mostly alone in your room because you don't like talking about Reddit. Not showering. A depressed person screaming I'm depressed. 3 things. In the short term, I locked myself in my room and played video games. Telltale in particular saved my life with The Wolf Among Us. In the long term, my girlfriend sobbed uncontrollably when I told her how close I had come, and told me that the idea of going without me was unbearable. I broke down and agreed to seek help, and I was put on Paxil. Chronic depression. 14-year-old Tumblr girls. For me it was just a decline and total disinterest in anything. Even TV shows, my mom would watch them without me because I stopped watching them with her until she deleted them on the DVR. I didn't do puzzles anymore, reading, video games, cooking. I stopped cleaning and keeping up with dishes or wiping down the counters in the kitchen or taking the trash out. I also became very mean, especially to my mom, and I feel so bad about it, but my brain was not and still isn't in the right place. Everything irritated me. Edit, I also had really poor memory for things and it was starting to impact me severely, especially at work. Every middle schooler ever. Being tired and having no energy for anything. Getting exhausted and agitated by the littlest tasks or setbacks. Everything is just too much and you want to go back to bed 24/7. butted up against but didn't quite make it over. That Hugh Laurie once said in an interview that it was when a car exploded in a road accident in front of him and he did not feel any emotion that he realized he was suffering from depression. In a way, it's very accurate in that depression takes away that drive to emote as a response to surrounding stimuli.